love to be the best energy that I possibly can be to myself and the people around me.
Good morning and welcome back to another vlog. I just dropped my sister off. She came home for like a day to help us out with some Mishwada stuff. I'm so exhausted. It's like 8 in the morning. She needed to be back early. Since we drove all the way here, I'm going to stop at Community Goods and get the sliders, the breakfast sliders that they have. They're so good. I tried them last time. They basically scramble eggs with avocado and like season it so well, and they put in like a little breakfast slider. I think I'm gonna go grab breakfast because I'm so hungry and then drive back to OC. I brought my bag to get some work done. I'm gonna go to Camaria on the way back. I want to get out of LA for sure to go study because I really don't want to have to be dealing with LA traffic, but I figured since I'm driving all the way here and I got up early, I might as well just get some work done. I have been listening to the audiobook of Attached, which has been really interesting. It's a book about the different attachment styles. I've been wanting to just like learn more about the attachment style theory. I've taken a quiz and I am dismissive avoidant, which my friends have told me aligns. But it's interesting. I feel like it's actually such an interesting audiobook, and I feel like I'm learning a lot just about not only the way that I work, but also just like people with different attachment styles and how they kind of process things or think about things differently. I definitely think that it's a book that a lot of people should read because I feel like it helps you become more empathetic and more understanding of like how people react differently in relationships. And it doesn't even have to be romantic relationships. Even just in friendships, people exhibit the same types of behaviors or anxieties and whatnot, and I feel like it just helps you become a better communicator. I only have like an hour left because I've been doing a lot of driving this weekend. I went to Rancho the other day and listened to it on the way there and back, so I'm probably gonna finish it at some point today. I'm at the Beverly Hills location. There's already a line all the way out the door. If you want to get breakfast sliders, you have to get here early because apparently Community Goods people line up out the door.
I find myself.
The bag has been secured. They didn't have seating, but I'm so excited to dive in. I stopped at Whole Foods on the way back just to grab a couple things. Almond Breeze, almond milk. I've recently switched to almond milk after years of being an oat milk girly. I still order oat milk when I go out to cafes and things. There are certain brands of almond milk that I can actually tolerate. So I've made the switch because I've just heard a lot about how oat milk is not the best for you, and a lot of oat milks have just like added things to it, and almond milk is just slightly better. You can't win. Pretty sure regular cow milk is good for you, but I just hate the taste of cow milk. It's not even because I'm avoiding dairy. Like, I consume a lot of dairy. I eat a lot of cheese, yogurt. Dairy is not the issue for me. I just hate the taste of cow milk. So I'm always trying out different alternative milks, but I don't hate the Almond Breeze one. I also really like the Silk almond milk brand. Some of them can taste watery, but this one, not too bad. Grapefruit tomatoes for my salad. I grabbed some of the Califia Farms cold brew. I love the stock cold brew, but they didn't have the stock cold brew in stock, so I just picked this one up. My little iced coffees. I feel like this summer was my matcha girl summer, and I was really into making matcha every morning, but now I've just been back into like an iced coffee mood. I think it's because of fall. I've been making my little fall drinks. Avocados, roasted sunflower seeds. I put these in my oatmeal, yogurt, salad, literally everything. I also grabbed some strawberries. I'm super hungry, so I think I'm gonna make lunch, and then I want to make some pumpkin bread. I have been really obsessed with the Kodiak protein pancakes. I know I'm super late to the train, but I only just discovered them recently. I really love the pumpkin flavor. The other day I tried making pumpkin bread out of the protein pancake mix. It has a recipe on the back for pumpkin bread, and then also if you want to make like a blondie, you can also do that. You just have to change out like the ratio of like the eggs and everything else. But I made pumpkin bread with that, and I added some canned pumpkin to it, and it was so fire. I love pumpkin bread. I feel like I always love getting pumpkin bread like at cafes and things, but it was really fun and surprisingly very easy to make at home. I think you just need to add like eggs, oil, cinnamon, add a little pumpkin if you want it more pumpkin-y, but it's so easy to make at home. So I think I want to make that in like an hour or so. I was literally in the middle of making the pumpkin bread and I realized someone finished up all the pumpkin puree. So had to put a pause on that. I sent Honeymoon to Trader Joe's to grab more pumpkin, and I'm gonna make some pumpkin bread when I get back from the gym. Been having a little bit more of a lazy Sunday afternoon, catching up on my subscription box, procrastinating going to the gym. You know what I've realized? Consistency is key. And it's funny because I feel like everyone says that, you hear it everywhere. If you're someone who's struggling, keep in mind you don't have to do the most insane workout 3 times a week where you're sore for the 2 days after in between for those rest days. You could literally just go every day or however many times in a week that you can fit it in and just do a light workout. Some people do it where they do like a split where they rotate. They'll have like a leg day, arm day, and then that way they're not feeling overwhelmed. I feel like in the past, every time I would go to the gym, I would go in trying to just come out dead, and then I would never want to go. I would dread it all the time. I also feel like another thing that's helped me stay consistent is like learning what times work best for me to go, because I am not a morning gym person. I actually despise going to the gym in the mornings. I prefer night, which is kind of hard because our gym closes pretty early. So a lot of the times I'll do like late afternoon, early evening instead of the mornings. I just kind of learned to like build my schedule around that. I think if you learn what times you actually like to go to the gym, also find ways to make it fun and learn what type of workout routine you like, it'll become a lot easier to stay consistent with it. Because respectfully, the first thing I'm gonna do when I wake up in the morning is not go to the gym. I have a early morning doctor's appointment that I'm already running late for. So I brought my stuff so that I can go to the public library to study some LSAT. It's a little bit further down, but it gets so quiet in there. It's so great for focusing. I made my little coffee this morning in my to-go cup. It looks light, but I promise, guys, the ratio's right on this. I made cold foam using all the ingredients I showed you guys yesterday, and I added a little cinnamon on top, and it's chef's kiss. The thing about studying for the LSAT is if you don't learn how to romanticize it, it'll become very draining very quickly. When I first started studying for this test, I really didn't understand things, but I've really learned to be patient with myself and to honestly just take things slowly. Letting go of my original timeline really helped things out, and I finally feel like I'm understanding this test. While I definitely don't enjoy studying for the LSAT, I feel like it's become that much more bearable, and I feel like a really important step for me in romanticizing studying for the LSAT has really just been getting rid of any pessimistic attitudes that I had towards the LSAT and studying for the LSAT. As hard as this test is, it's the first step in my law school journey, something that I've been looking forward to for half of my life. It's a privilege to be able to study for it. It's a privilege to be able to pursue higher education. And as hard as this chapter is, I know I'm gonna look back on this chapter with even just a little bit of nostalgia. I'm running late for a dentist appointment, but here's my outfit. I'm wearing the new Ate green scarf. This is from the second drop. The Seti Baby Blue and Ate green in this restock are just slightly lighter than the soft launch, just because there is going to be variation in the dyeing because everything's hand dyed between the drops. We're trying to work on getting things like as standardized as possible, but I actually love it, like especially for I think the Ate green, because I feel like before on the first round the green and the brown were a lot harsher, and I feel like now the colors just kind of blend in a lot better. The browns, like, it's definitely, they're the same color, but it's just not as pigmented in terms of like the brown, and the green just like kind of subtly goes with the brown a lot better, which is nice. That's what I really liked on the original Seti Baby Blue, was like how much like the colors went together, and I feel like in this round the green is almost like looking a lot more seamless. But yeah, this one is from, the one I'm wearing is from the new batch, which is restocking on October 12th at 9 a.m. We're also working on another drop of like new styles, new colors and everything. Sometime, we're thinking in the month of November, it might be December, but the hope is sometime in November. So if you're not able to shop this time around, or you're not a fan of Seti Baby Blue and Ate green, everyone's different. If green and blue are not your color, we will have plenty of colors in November, and I'm so excited for that drop because there are just so many fun new styles that I can't wait for you guys to be able to check out and shop. But yeah, I'm going to my second Invisalign appointment. I have 3 total, so I'm 2/3 of the way through my treatment and I'm running late. I scheduled way too many early doctors and dentist appointments this week. Exciting update, they told me that my teeth are essentially almost there, but they need like a couple weeks for everything to set in and like the muscles to kind of set in place. So they gave me a partial tray that only covers like the front of my teeth. It doesn't really cover the backs. He told me that I basically have to wear these for another like 3 to 6 weeks. I'm gonna come in 3 weeks and they're gonna check the alignment and everything and just make sure that it's still in place, and then I could potentially get them off then. But I have to wait for like my retainers to for them to scan my teeth and get my retainers in. So I have another appointment in 3 weeks, which is a relief. At least from now moving forward, there's still a little bit of discomfort because I think they're still like slightly adjusting my front teeth. But after this week, it'll just be the same shape, if that makes sense. So there won't be any more discomfort or anything. And it's also just a partial tray, which is nice. I was not expecting this. I think originally they told me 15 weeks, and then once they scanned my teeth and everything, they said 21. So I guess 21 just accounted for these like last few weeks. But he was saying the movement has been good and that I'm pretty much on track. Like I'm ahead of schedule, which is so nice because I've been so diligent when it came to wearing Invisalign. They tell you to have your trays in for 22 hours a day and to not have them out for more than like, I think I want to say it was like 45 minutes or something. But I have been on it, you guys. Like the other day my sister was making fun of me and I was like, no, I do not want to have to add any extra time to my Invisalign treatment because it is such an inconvenience. I just want to do it right the first time. My original teeth weren't like crazy. I just had like my alignment was just very sharp and narrow, and I had like a crossbite, apparently like a slight crossbite. But the main issue is like my alignment was really affecting how my jaw was sitting and was causing me to grind my teeth a lot in my sleep. They were like, you really should consider aligners. And this year was the perfect year to do it. Honestly, at the beginning, the 21 weeks seemed like such a long time, but I feel like they went by super quickly. I'm just excited to be done, and at the end they're gonna whiten my teeth, which I've never gotten my teeth whitened, so I'm really excited for that and to be officially free with Invisalign. But yeah, I definitely recommend if you do need to like fix the alignment of your teeth. I feel like Invisalign is nice because I feel like it's not as invasive as braces. Mind you, I've never had braces, but at least you can't see it. So if you're older, it's really nice. Well, it is an inconvenience with the whole 22-hour rule. I feel like after the first couple weeks, you kind of get used to things. I was going to study at the public library. I realized that they open at 10 a.m. So I think I'm going to go to Capital One Cafe and study there. It's been a minute since I've studied at Capital One Cafe. Honestly, it's been at least a good month and a half. Guys, the sunset is insane. I feel like half this vlog has been just clips of me in the car, but I'm on my way to iSoak for the talk on Gaza with Motaz, and already running into traffic, so that's just lovely. I got my poppy, my apple crisp poppy. This flavor is actually so yum. Also, my sister's coming down from LA, so I'll end up seeing her.
Motaz, we know your character well, and we can't ask for a better friend and a partner and a better truth teller about what has gone on the ground. And we can't thank you enough for showing the world the truth about Gaza, the beauty and the pain.
I feel proud, I feel happy, but at the same time I'm sad for what's still happening. It's almost a year.
I love this stuff. The La Roche-Posay Effaclar Dual Action Acne Treatment. It has 5.5% benzoyl peroxide acne medication, and it's 0.4% micro exfoliating. You just use a little pea-sized amount in the morning with your moisturizer. I like to pair it with the CeraVe moisturizer. I find that that really helps with the texture of my skin. I stopped using that for a couple weeks because I've been getting lazy in the morning and I immediately started to break out. And then my current daily sunscreen, as usual, is the Trader Joe's daily sunscreen. It has broad SPF. When I discovered this and how close the formula of this is to the Supergoop sunscreen, I never went back. It's a little bit on the warmer side today, so I'm wearing like a cardigan layer so that I can just take it off if it gets too hot, but usually coffee shops run pretty cold. I got these new flats from H&M that I'm so excited to wear. She's actually so cute. She likes to find the smallest spaces and just sit there.
To speak or to die.
You seem to know more than anybody else around here.
Well, if you only knew how little I know about the things that matter.
What things that matter? Really that afraid of what I think?
I finished listening to Attached, rated it 5 out of 5 stars, really enjoyed it. I feel like I learned a lot from it. Again, if you want to learn more about attachment styles, I feel like it is a valuable read. It definitely started to get repetitive towards the end half of the book. There's like a lot of examples, which is nice because you can like learn from the examples, not just like them talking about their theory, but like seeing their theory applied to different situations. But at a certain point, I was like, okay, we kind of get the point. So by the end of half of the book, I was like, okay, I kind of understand this theory, and I feel like it is definitely going to change the way that I look at things like attachment styles. I definitely understand why a lot of people recommend the book, because I feel like it is a very helpful read. Now that I finished listening to that one, I'm gonna start The Age of Magical Overthinking by Amanda Muntell. Amanda Muntell is the author of Word Slut and Cultish, two of some of my favorite nonfiction reads. I love the way that she writes. She's a linguist, so she goes into it and with such an in-depth analysis. I don't know much about this book. It says notes on modern irrationality. I'm assuming she's going to be talking about overthinking, which is something that I definitely feel like I do a lot and can definitely work on. But either way, I know whatever it is, it's going to be good. I also finally updated my Goodreads. I got a comment on a recent vlogs asking when I was going to update my Goodreads, and I was like, you know what? It has been a minute and I fully have not updated my Goodreads all year long. So I went in and I added all of the books that I have read this year. I also adjusted my Goodreads goal. I set my Goodreads goal to 50 books this year, and that is definitely not going to happen. There's like 3 months in the year left. I don't even know how many books I've read this year. Definitely not close to 50. Okay, with Attached, I'm only at 9 books this year. So I do need to go back and like make sure I added all the books that I read, because it was just I just added the ones off of the top of my head. But I'm changing my Goodreads goal to 30 books because 50 is definitely not gonna happen. We'll try again next year. It's fun. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this week's vlog. Subscribe if you guys are not already subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next vlog. Bye.